Imagine not eating for an entire day. No breakfast, no lunch, no dinner, just water and time. What do you think happens to your skin? Most people assume that skipping meals would make their skin look worse. After all, doesn't your body need constant nutrition to stay healthy? But science is revealing something surprising. Deep within the layers of your skin, a remarkable transformation begins the moment you stop eating. And it starts much sooner than you might expect. Today, we're going to take a journey through what actually happens to your skin when you fast. Hour by hour, we'll explore the biological changes occurring beneath the surface. From the moment you finish your last meal to the point where your cells begin rebuilding themselves from the inside out. This is the science of cellular regeneration, and your skin is at the center of it all. Before we begin, this is educational content, not medical advice. If you have any health conditions or concerns, please talk to your healthcare provider before trying any fasting protocol. Now let's dive in. The first 12 hours after your last meal might seem uneventful, but important changes are already happening inside your body. When you eat, your blood sugar rises, and your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin tells your cells to absorb that sugar and store extra energy for later. But when you stop eating, something shifts. Your insulin levels begin to drop. Without new food coming in, your body turns to its backup energy supply, a stored form of sugar called glycogen, kept mainly in your liver. Your cells start using this glycogen to keep everything running smoothly. Now, why does this matter for your skin? Here's the connection. When insulin stays high constantly, which happens when we eat frequently throughout the day, it can promote inflammation in the body. And inflammation is one of the key drivers of skin aging. It breaks down collagen, triggers acne, and leaves skin looking dull and tired. So even in these first 12 hours, as insulin begins to fall, the inflammatory signals that damage your skin are already starting to quiet down. Think of this phase as clearing the stage. Your body is preparing for something bigger. Most people feel relatively normal during this time. Maybe a little hungry, but nothing dramatic. Your skin won't look different yet, but the foundation for regeneration is being laid. Now let's move into hours 12 through 24. This is where things get more interesting. As you continue fasting, your body recognizes that no new food is coming. Insulin drops even further, and your body starts making a significant hormonal shift. One of the most important changes is a surge in human growth hormone, often called HGH. Human growth hormone is produced by a small gland at the base of your brain. Its job is to help repair and regenerate tissues throughout your body. And here's what makes this relevant to your skin. HGH directly stimulates cells called fibroblasts. These fibroblasts live in the deeper layers of your skin, and they have one crucial job: manufacturing collagen and elastin. Collagen is the protein that keeps your skin firm and structured. Elastin is what allows your skin to stretch and bounce back. As we age, our bodies produce less of both, which is why skin starts to sag and wrinkle over time. But when HGH levels rise during fasting, it sends a signal to your fibroblasts to ramp up production. Research has shown this effect in real studies. In 1997, scientists found that when growth hormone levels were increased in older adults, their skin thickness actually improved. The skin literally became more substantial because fibroblasts were producing more collagen. During fasting, HGH can increase by 2 to 5 times its normal level. And you're getting this boost naturally without any injections or supplements. But that's not the only thing happening during this phase. There's another process being slowed down, one that directly causes wrinkles. It's called glycation. Glycation is what happens when sugar molecules in your blood attach themselves to proteins like collagen. When sugar sticks to collagen, it forms compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGs for short. These aids make collagen stiff and brittle. The collagen loses its flexibility, and the result is visible on your face wrinkles, form skin sags, and that youthful bounce disappears. High blood sugar accelerates glycation. This is why people with diabetes often show signs of premature skin aging. But when you fast, your blood sugar drops and stays low. Less sugar in the blood means less glycation. Your collagen is protected from this damaging process. There's also something happening with inflammation and oxidative stress during this phase. Oxidative stress occurs when harmful molecules called free radicals accumulate in your cells. These free radicals damage cell membranes, proteins, and even DNA. In your skin, oxidative stress contributes to aging, pigmentation problems, and loss of radiance. Fasting triggers your body to strengthen its own antioxidant defenses. Your cells start producing more of their natural protective enzymes. At the same time, inflammatory markers in your blood begin to decrease. Studies have shown reductions in markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, both associated with chronic inflammation. When inflammation goes down, your skin benefits directly. Less inflammation means fewer breakouts, calmer skin, and slower breakdown of collagen. This is one reason many people notice their skin looking clearer and brighter after fasting periods. Now we arrive at hours 24 through 48. This is the phase that earned a scientist the Nobel Prize. Around the 24-hour mark, your body activates a process called autophagy. The word comes from Greek meaning self-eating. But don't let that scare you. Autophagy is actually one of the most beneficial things that can happen in your cells. Here's how it works. Inside every cell in your body, including every skin cell, there are thousands of components, proteins, mitochondria, and various structures that keep the cell functioning. Over time, some of these components get damaged. They might be harmed by UV radiation from the sun pollution or simply the normal wear and tear of being alive. Normally, these damaged parts accumulate. The cell becomes cluttered with broken machinery. It can't function as efficiently, and this shows up in your skin as dullness, uneven texture, and signs of aging. But when autophagy kicks in, your cells start cleaning house. The cell creates a special membrane that wraps around the damaged components like a garbage bag. This package is then delivered to a part of the cell called the lysosome, which acts like a recycling center. The damaged parts are broken down into their basic building blocks, amino acids and other molecules, which the cell can then use to build new healthy components. In 2016, Japanese scientist Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for discovering the genetic mechanisms that control autophagy. His decades of research on yeast cells revealed the genes responsible for this cellular cleanup process. His work showed that autophagy isn't just interesting biology. It's fundamental to how organisms survive, repair themselves, and age. So what does this mean for your skin specifically? A study from Kyushu University in Japan found that aging fibroblasts, those collagen-producing cells we talked about earlier, suffer from reduced autophagy. When autophagy is impaired, fibroblasts accumulate cellular garbage. They become sluggish and produce less collagen. The skin loses its firmness and resilience. But when fasting activates autophagy, fibroblasts get refreshed. They clear out the damaged components and start functioning more efficiently. The result is better collagen production and healthier skin cells overall. There's a molecular switch that controls whether autophagy turns on or off. It's called mTOR, which stands for mechanistic target of rapamycin. When you eat especially protein and carbohydrates, mTOR gets activated. This tells your cells to focus on growth and building new structures. But growth mode means cleanup mode gets suppressed. When you fast, mTOR activity decreases. With mTOR, quiet autophagy can finally activate. This is why fasting is so effective at triggering cellular cleanup. It's not just about calories. It's about turning off the growth signal so your cells can switch to repair mode. Another molecular player is AMPK, which stands for AMP activated protein kinase. Think of AMPK as your cell's energy sensor. When energy is low, like during fasting, AMPK gets activated, and activated AMP promotes autophagy while also supporting the health of your fibroblasts. These molecular pathways and mTOR and AMPK directly influence how your skin ages. By fasting periodically, you're essentially toggling these switches to favor repair and regeneration over constant growth. Now let's explore what happens between hours 48 and 72. This is where stem cells enter the picture. Deep within your skin, there are special cells that remain dormant most of the time. These are your skin stem cells. Unlike regular skin cells that have specific jobs, stem cells have the remarkable ability to become many different types of cells. They can transform into new keratinocytes for your outer skin layer, new fibroblasts to produce collagen, or new melanocytes that control pigmentation. Most of the time, these stem cells are in a resting state. They're like a reserve army waiting to be called into action when needed. Research from the University of Southern California has shown that prolonged fasting creates a mild stress signal in the body. This stress isn't harmful. It's a controlled challenge that activates survival pathways. One of the responses to this stress is the awakening of dormant stem cells. They begin to divide and differentiate, producing fresh new cells to replace old and damaged ones. This isn't just repair, it's actual regeneration. When skin stem cells activate, they can produce new fibroblasts that are young and healthy. These fresh fibroblasts manufacture high-quality collagen and elastin. They're not burdened by years of accumulated damage. The result is skin that's not just maintained, but actually renewed from the deepest level. Stem cells also contribute to strengthening the skin barrier. This is the outermost layer of your skin that protects you from bacteria pollution and water loss. A strong barrier means skin that holds moisture, better resists irritation, and looks healthier overall. There's also evidence that fasting improves wound healing, which is another function related to skin regeneration. Animal studies have shown faster and more complete healing in subjects that underwent periodic fasting. This makes sense when you consider that stem cell activation and autophagy both support the repair process. Blood flow to the skin may also improve during extended fasting. As inflammation decreases and blood vessels function more efficiently, more oxygen and nutrients can reach your skin cells. This enhanced circulation contributes to that healthy glow people often notice after fasting. Some research suggests that autophagy can help protect skin from damage caused by ultraviolet radiation from the sun. While this doesn't mean fasting replaces sunscreen, it indicates that the cellular cleanup process may help repair some of the damage that UV exposure causes. However, I need to be honest with you about something. Fasting for 48 to 72 hours is not simple or risk-free. The longer you fast, the more carefully you need to approach it. If you've never fasted before, jumping straight to a 3-day fast would be unwise. Extended fasting requires preparation knowledge and for some people medical supervision. Signs that you should stop fasting include severe dizziness that doesn't improve with rest, heart palpitations, fainting or near fainting, persistent nausea or confusion. If any of these occur and don't resolve within 30 minutes, break your fast and consult a healthcare provider. Now let's talk about what happens when you finally eat again. Breaking a fast might seem straightforward, but it's actually a critical phase that determines whether you maximize the benefits or shock your system. After extended fasting, your digestive system has been resting. Enzyme production has slowed, and your gut lining is more sensitive than usual. If you suddenly eat a large, heavy meal, you can overwhelm your system. In extreme cases with very long fasts, there's a condition called refeeding syndrome that can be dangerous. The smart approach is to break your fast gently. Start with small portions of easily digestible foods. Drink plenty of water. Eat slowly and increase your intake gradually over several meals. Here's what makes proper refeeding powerful for your skin. When you eat after fasting, insulin rises and triggers the release of growth factors like IGF-1. Your body shifts from cleanup mode to building mode. But now, it's building with a clean foundation. Your fibroblasts, freshly cleared of cellular debris through autophagy, are primed to produce collagen efficiently. It's like planting seeds in soil that's been properly prepared. So how can you actually apply this knowledge to benefit your skin? Let me share some practical approaches. Intermittent fasting is the most accessible starting point. The common approach is a 16 to 8 pattern. You fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window. For example, you might skip breakfast and eat only between noon and 8 in the evening. This approach can lower insulin boost HGH mildly and provide some autophagy benefits. Most importantly, it's sustainable for the long term. 24-hour fasts done once or twice a week take things further. At this duration, autophagy becomes more significant. Many people find this manageable once they've adapted to intermittent fasting. Extended fasts of 48 to 72 hours offer the greatest potential for stem cell activation and deep cellular renewal. But they also carry more risk and aren't appropriate for everyone. If you're interested in extended fasting, consider doing research, perhaps consulting a healthcare provider and approaching it gradually. Certain people should not fast at all. This includes pregnant or breastfeeding women, people with a history of eating disorders, those with insulin-dependent diabetes, unless medically supervised, anyone who is underweight, people under 18 or over 65, where research is limited, and anyone taking medications that require food. Beyond fasting itself, some complementary strategies can enhance skin benefits. Hydration is essential. Drink 2 to 3 liters of water daily during fasting. You can also add electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, especially during longer fasts. Your skin needs water to function properly, and fasting without adequate hydration will work against your goals. When you do eat, focus on foods that support skin health. Vitamin C is crucial for collagen synthesis. You'll find it in citrus fruits, bell peppers, and leafy greens. High-quality protein provides the amino acids that become collagen. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, walnuts, and flaxseed reduce inflammation and support your skin barrier. And minimizing refined sugar helps prevent glycation from damaging your collagen. External skincare still matters alongside internal strategies. Retinoids, vitamin C serums, and sunscreen remain important. Fasting works from the inside, but you still need to protect and nourish your skin from the outside. The key to lasting benefits is sustainability. You don't need to do extreme fasts constantly. Regular intermittent fasting combined with good nutrition and skincare creates a foundation for ongoing skin regeneration. Listen to your body. If something feels wrong, stop. Here's the bigger picture I want you to take away from this. Your skin is not just a surface covering. It's a living organ that reflects what's happening inside your body. And within that organ exists an incredible system for self-repair and regeneration. This system evolved over millions of years. Our ancestors regularly went through periods without food between hunts, during seasonal scarcity, during long journeys. Those whose bodies could maintain healthy tissue during these times survived and passed on their genes. What we call fasting today isn't a modern invention or a trend. It's reconnecting with a biological rhythm that your DNA already knows. When you fast, you're not depriving yourself. You're activating ancient survival mechanisms that include cellular cleanup, stem cell regeneration, and reduced inflammation. The science is still developing. We don't have all the answers yet, but what we do know is compelling. From Nobel Prize-winning research on autophagy to clinical trials showing improved skin hydration, the evidence points to real benefits. A 2023 clinical study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine followed 45 women between ages 35 and 60. They followed a fasting mimicking protocol for 5 days each month over 3 months. The results showed significant improvement in skin hydration at day 11 and again at day 71 compared to baseline. This is direct evidence from real people showing measurable skin benefits. When you skip a meal, you're not just reducing calories. You're sending signals throughout your body that shift cellular behavior. Insulin drops, growth hormone rises, mTOR quiets down, and autophagy begins. Inflammation decreases, stem cells awaken, collagen production gets supported. Your skin layer by layer begins renewing itself from within. That's what happens to your skin when you fast for cellular regeneration. It's not magic, it's biology, and it's available to you whenever you choose to engage with it. I'm curious about your experience. Have you ever noticed your skin looking clearer or brighter after fasting? Drop a comment below with yes, if you have, or not yet, if you haven't tried it. I'd love to hear from you. And here's a question worth debating. Would you try a 24 to 48-hour fast specifically for your skin? Some people think it's too extreme. Others point to the Nobel Prize-winning science behind autophagy. Where do you stand? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this exploration valuable, consider subscribing for more deep dives into what your body is truly capable of. And if you know someone who's passionate about skincare but hasn't heard about autophagy and cellular regeneration, share this video with them. It might completely change their approach. Next time, we'll explore what happens when you break a fast the wrong way, and the dangerous mistakes that no one warns you about. Until then, remember, your body already has remarkable systems for self-renewal. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply give it the space to do what it was designed to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.